line. Heard yesterday the Mississippi River flowed backwards. Is there any truth to this?
That was during the earthquake.
Yeah, kind of like during the earthquake.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mara's been around for a long time.
Don't say that.
Well, she's been doing this for quite a while. Good morning, Mara. How are you?
Good morning, Paul. I'm fine. How are you?
Mara Hartmann from...
As she hangs up.
No, you had senior lead communications specialist. So you don't get to be senior lead communication for Entergy without having some experience. Now, I got to answer this guy. Do you think it's possible for the river to flow backwards during the earthquake? That's a different thing. But I think what would happen, my analysis of this, is just the winds were so strong that that surface layer was kind of pushed northward a little bit, and that's what he was seeing, not the actual river beneath there flowing northward. Wouldn't you think that's a pretty good assessment?
That sounds good to me. I wouldn't. All bets are off right now. I have been around for quite some time, but I never cease to be amazed by the things that happen with weather in Mississippi.
So I guess I should have had a hydrologist ask that question. All right, so give me what your expertise is here. We know, so give me where we look, and I know it's a fluid situation because this thing's continuing to move through, but where do we look now, Mara?
So fluid. But as of about 8 o'clock this morning, we have a little more than 45,000 customers out in Mississippi. Most of those in southwest Mississippi and starting to be in the metro area. Mm-hmm. But Pike County particularly has been hard hit. We'll just watch these numbers rise throughout the day, unfortunately, Paul, and it's supposed to affect all of our 45 county service area, which is most of western Mississippi all the way up to the Tennessee state line.
Marty, you guys got to have people from out of state here, or did you send some people down to the coast?
We haven't sent any of our people anywhere yet because we've got to get our own customers restored before we release them to help anyone else. But we do have quite a few who've come in to help us. They're either here, most of them, or on their way, and we're asking for more. We know we'll need them. So crews will be rolling into the state over the next few days, many already here. I know we've got a lot from Arkansas. I'm not sure where all they're coming from at this point. As soon as the weather moves out and the winds calm down, we can get bucket trucks in the air. That's less than 30 miles an hour. And the lightning stops, then we can begin the process of restoring outages. But it's going to take some time with this one, Paul.
No, it's part of the family as far as New Orleans is concerned. If you've been keeping up with the power outage as far as New Orleans is concerned, and that's not going to be a short-term deal. Is that part of Entergy's family there?
Oh, absolutely. Entergy is in Mississippi, Louisiana, New Orleans. Definitely, we even have some gas operations in New Orleans, Texas, and Arkansas. So, certainly we're not in the crosshairs like South Louisiana was. We won't experience what they're going through. But I do imagine at some point after we get all the customers restored in Mississippi, our guys will head down to help with Louisiana. They're going to be without power a lot longer than our customers are, I'm afraid.
I'm trying to figure this. Must be the EPA, the Electric Power Associations, figure into this too, because if we had 130,000 out, and you said you got 45,000 from Entergy, and Anthony Wilson said this morning that they had about, I think he said 10,000. So where does the 130,000 come from? And we haven't figured in the rural parts of that, but.
Well, those would be our OPCOs. I'm sorry, our co-ops. Our co-ops, electrical co-ops throughout the state, they really make up a great deal of the electrical service in Mississippi. Of course, Mississippi Power and Entergy Mississippi are the biggest providers, but you've got a lot of co-ops. And we work closely with them. They come and help us out, too, and we help them out. So that mutual assistance is a beautiful thing when you need it.
You got it. If anybody wants to report power lines that are down, what should they do, ma'am?
Well, you can call, stay away from them, first of all, and assume that they're live. And be aware that with all the debris down, it can hide down to power lines. So be extremely careful if you go outside or let kids go outside, even after the rain has passed. Call 1-800-9-OUTAGE to report those downed lines. And that's the best thing you can do. Just call us. You can also text us about outages. And you can reach us online, but for down power lines, it's best to call in that 1-800 number.
You got it, and we'll have more before the system is out of the estate, so you can count on that.
Mm-hmm.
Mara, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it very, very much.